Hi everybody, this is Kenton from Kenton DeYoung Travel. Today we are going on an adventure. We're going up to northern Saskatchewan to the Limestone Crevices. Now this lesser known destination is just south of Creighton or Flin Flon, depending on what you're more familiar with. It's across the border from each other, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, it's just south from there, so it's about a 7-hour drive. I did some research online about this location. Ashley and George went there a couple years ago with Tourism Saskatchewan, and she said that she brought climbing gear and a headlamp and all this stuff. I read a couple other people's experiences, and they didn't bring all that stuff with them, so I'm not sure if I'm under or over prepared. But this time, I did bring my water bottle from Arches National Park, where we went my last big adventure, and I didn't have one. So I'm a little more prepared this time than I was last time. As well, on this trip, because it is a northern Saskatchewan and there is a higher possibility of there being the virus up north, I am bringing my face mask. Not that it'll matter because I'm by myself in the bush, but just in case, I'll have it with me. Now, we're leaving a little after 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's a 7-hour drive, so we'll get there a little after 5 o'clock at night, depending we don't stop, but we'll be stopping. Of course, we will be stopping to get some gas, to get some food, get some snacks, so a little after 5 was when we'll get there. I have no idea what to expect. I heard on the weather network today that they're going to get some rain up north, but then they said in the south, I mentioned Prince Albert, so I'm not sure if I'm in the north or the south, because Prince Albert's south of where I'm going, but it's not like that much further south. So I don't know what the weather will be like, and hopefully it won't be wet, because that would be treacherous and a waste of a drive. It's 10 o'clock now. We're driving up to the Limestone Caverns. They are if I understand this correctly, a network of crevices kind of cut into the ground like a chisel, and you can kind of go down and explore them. I saw some pictures of caves as well down there, so it could be a fun trip. I don't know. I've never been. I was supposed to go up there in May. I think it was May 2nd with Tourism Sask. The first time we were ever going to work together after all these years of doing this. But then, there was this thing that happened and all the travel got shut down and it kind of fell apart. So I didn't even ask them again because I think they're still probably, trying to figure out budgeting and trying to figure out how they're going to reopen. So I thought, I'll just go up there by myself, have a good time by myself. I think that's all I have to say about this. It's going to be a long drive, so I'm sure I'll see you guys again before I get there. See you in a bit. Okay, it is now 1:15 in the afternoon. We are in Warman, Saskatchewan, just outside of Saskatoon. If you know your geography, you probably already know we are not where we want to be right now. I took the wrong highway, leaving Regina, and ended up going to Saskatoon instead of going straight up north. So we added an 2-hour day, and we probably won't be getting to the Limestone Cavern till about 7:15 tonight. Thankfully, we have lots of daylight today, so we will be okay, but I am a little bit worried about how I'm going to get back home, because it's a 7-hour drive, 8 if you take the wrong highway. So I don't know if I'll stop somewhere to sleep or if I'll just power through the night or what. Anyway, we're here at Warman to get some gas and to find some food because it's 1:15 and I'm hungry. And then we're back on the road. It's going to be a long day. I knew that, but it's just got even longer. Okay, hello again. We are just outside of Prince Albert. That means I hit up all 3 major cities today on my way here. Had I gone the correct route, we wouldn't have gone through Prince Albert. I don't think so. I think we would have kind of bypassed it. But we didn't. We went the other way. We went the long way, so whatever. We just went through Prince Albert. It's about 2:45 in the afternoon, which means we've been driving for about 4.5 hours now. I think I got my time mixed up because I was using my Google Maps to tell me how to get to Flin Flon, which is on the other side of the border, which means there's a time change. So I think we'll only get there about a half an hour later than we usually were going to. So that's not bad. Not as bad as I thought. I thought it was going to be another hour on top of the already half an hour we're running behind. So I guess it's not that bad. Like I said, we just went through Prince Albert. We're on our way there. I don't think there's anything between here and there, between Prince Albert and where we're going to for the next 3 and a bit hours, or how long it is going to be. I got some gas just outside of Saskatoon in Warman. I'll probably get some more gas on the way up. If not, I'll get some gas in Creighton. I think it's Creighton. We should be fine. We have plenty of gas, plenty of food. I got McDonald's. It's gone, but I have some more left. Yeah, so nothing's going on. We're just driving still, and I will see you guys in a couple of hours. Okay, it is about 5 o'clock, so we have been driving for 7 hours. Now, had I taken the correct route, we would have been there by now, but because I went the wrong road, we are still about an hour and a half outside of where we should be. So, but it's a beautiful day. The highway up here is surprisingly busy. I thought, some backcountry highway between, Prince Albert and Flin Flon would be pretty quiet, but no, I've had steady company on the highway the entire time, which sucks because I would love to take a picture of the scenery. But also, which I completely forgot about northern Saskatchewan, as you can see through my window behind me, there are a lot of bugs up here, and they're like prehistoric big. You can hear them like tapping on my windows. I think they're just flies, but gross. Gross. Gross insects. There's a lot of them too. They're swarming my car. So I didn't bring any spray, so that's gonna be gross whenever I have to get out of the car. But hour and a half left to go. We'll get there 6:45, which sucks, but that's the time we're gonna get there, I guess. And it gives us like 4 hours of daylight to explore those caves. But we won't be using all that time for exploration because we also have to drive home, which you might just find somewhere to stay the night. I don't know what we'll do about that yet. We have to get to our destination first before we think about how we're going at home. So, I'll see you in an hour and a half, which will be like a moment for you, but it'll be an hour and a half for me. I'll see you in a bit. Hello again, and hello from Creighton, Saskatchewan. It took a very long time to get here, much longer than I had anticipated. And I still have yet to figure out exactly how to get to the Limestone Crevices. But I thought before I do that, I'm going to get some gas, because there's been enough times now where I've gone somewhere and the gas station's all closed at like 9 o'clock at night, and it's already like 7:15. So I'm thinking, if I don't get gas now, I might not be able to get gas until tomorrow. So I'm going to find a gas station, get some gas, and then go find the crevices and finally start this adventure after 8.5 hours of driving. So I will probably see you guys next at the crevices. Finally, after so long, we can finally see them. Hello again, everybody. I think we are finally at the Limestone Crevices, or at least the path that goes down to them. Tourism Saskatchewan has the coordinates on their website, so I went to it, but like it's off the road. So I hope that I'm at the right path and hopefully I can walk to it. I have no idea. I don't know how far it's going to be. I think it's a short walk. I don't think it's like a multi-kilometer hike or anything like that. I'm not prepared for that. So I'm hoping it's not like that. It's here. It's 8 o'clock. I got here at 8 o'clock because I got pizza and some gas when I was in Creighton and Flin Flon, which was actually really interesting to drive around because it gets built on a hill. So it's kind of like you were going up and down hills and around crescents, and it was really, really pretty city. I didn't have time to explore it though. So we're here. This will be a short trip. I think most of this video will just be me talking about going here than actually being here, because it's 8 o'clock now. You can see the sun. We have about an hour and a half, 2 hours of daylight left, which sucks because I actually really tried this time.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Oh well, so we'll start this trip, see what's going on, see what we can see, and try to get back home before 5 in the morning. So I came down this path here that then went to this flooded out area here. I can hear a little brook over there, so I'm thinking it's supposed to be flooded out. But we'll see what we can find. Because you see there's a path here, and I really didn't want to drive 7 hours not to be able to get here. So many bugs too, yuck. So the water that I saw earlier is making that trail because my big old beaver dam that blocked the water at the lake. So I'm not sure how to get there now. The bugs are so bad out here. Oh, it wasn't a good idea at all. Oh. The bugs are so bad. I've actually been chased out of the woods by the bugs. Once I got to that beaver dam, it was just, there's so many of them. I ran all the way back. Well, ran through the trees because the path was flooded. I want to spend the next little bit just going over articles to see if there's another way. I'm afraid that might have been the way, because I saw a beer can and I read that it's a lot of garbage before you get to it. But the bugs are so bad right now. Oh, it's like horrible. Yuck. Okay, I'm doing much better now, as you can see, than I was before. I went to the coordinates where Tourism Sask said the limestone caverns were, and they weren't there. Obviously, there was a beaver dam. So then I went to where I thought Ashlyn George put in her article where they were, 10 kilometers south of the beach. Couldn't find them. I drove down this path that quickly became a swamp and almost got my car stuck. It was a whole ordeal. And then I went further down Google, like almost to the second page, and saw the article Neil wrote in like 2017. And a lot of times when Saskatchewan writes an article, they just put the video. So I'm like, I don't want to read it, right? Because it's like, is it a bite? Probably. I don't want to read it because it's just a video. It's going to help me, and I have limited data out here. Well, lo and behold, Neil put a map to it. So I plugged it in, and it was like 5 minutes south of where I was at that beaver dam. So I roll up, and there's people here. And it's like, oh my God, I found it. It's like 9:15 at night. I'm covered in mud. My car is filthy. I finally found the crevices. Sorry. So I will park my car. I had to park a bit further back because they were here, but now they drove away when I was recording this. And I'm going to park my car, and according to Ashlyn's article, it's a 30-second walk. And I see a trail. I don't see a washed out beaver dam mess. So I am very happy and hopeful to finally get to the limestone crevices. The bugs still suck out here, but at least I know where I'm going, kind of. There's a path here. Whoa. I guess I found them. Still wish I would have brought some mosquito repellent. Oh my goodness. Wow. How deep is that? Jesus, look at that. Wow. Look at that too. Snow. It's July 3rd. It was 30 degrees out today and there's snow down there. Wow. This is incredible. How do I get down? Wow. Not that way. So cool. Wonder what that way is. It just goes on and on. There's so much. There's so many. And so many bugs too. Wow. That's incredible. So we made it to the Limestone Crevices with the bugs waiting for us in droves. But we made it here after a lot of difficulties and challenges and wrong turns and mutter and what? Mutter and what? Mud and water and a lot of misadventure, but we did it. And we didn't die. Well, yeah, mosquitoes still might kill me. But check out this area. It's so cool. So back when this used to be all underwater, the water like seeped through and caused these formations, much like it did when I was in Utah at Arches National Park. Only here it's limestone, so it's harder and it's not as malleable as the sandstone out in Arches. Very cool. I have to get back to the car. The mosquitoes are getting bad, and I guess they're getting hungry. Look at this one. Oh, those bugs. That concludes my trip to the Limestone Crevices in northern Saskatchewan. I had a wonderful time getting up here. I did take the wrong road from Regina up here. Took a little bit longer. So it's usually about a 7-hour drive, but because of my blunder, it's an 8.5-hour drive. If you do come up here, give yourself plenty of time. Try to leave early, and be sure to bring bug repellent as well as some water and even some climbing gear if you want to go into the crevices, because they are pretty deep and difficult to get into. I couldn't find any for me to actually climb into, like Ashlyn had done in her article, but she also had climbing gear, and the other guy had a guide. And if I had a guide, I would have found these a whole lot sooner. Oh, and I will be putting a map in my article about how to get here, and I'll be informing Tourism Sask that their map is wrong, because that's not where they are. That's a beaver dam. And I think that's it. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to my channel. And if you're watching this on Facebook, please like my Facebook page, Kenton Young Travel. I would really appreciate if you did that, and I'd be more obligated to do more videos. As always, this is Kenton DeYoung. This is Kenton DeYoung Travel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time, wherever it is.